Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up just past the 20. And
he got me. I'm upstairs. I'm right above y'all. He got me. I'm dead. Got me. I'm back. Hey, y'all see a gun over there for me?
He said send it to his Said jump in there, boy.
Hell nah. Said gonna get us murdered.
Said doing out of bounds, man.
These guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Jump up in there then, coach. They said what you... Oh, okay. I said if you ain't doing that, watch my game, boss.
Hey, 0-0.
Yeah.
Now a handoff here to his running back. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
And Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block.
Oh, you made it back?
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
I got you.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Now Wilson. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Right here.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. And he's got Lockett. 21 yards there on 3rd down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's the second-year man from San Diego State, Rashad Penny. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down.
Nice zip.
Yeah, I want to get him.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
He's not by it, so somebody had to down back.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
He don't see us, though. He don't see us. I think Pool's going to go run up. Oh, shit, 2 of them. Let him go.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
I'll go on right, somebody go left.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That's complete to his speedy wideout, Goodwin. 23 yards, the final tally.
Down there.
And it's a clinic that we're seeing put on here so far. 6 for 6, first drive of the game for him passing.
You know, I'm a defensive guy, and while I'm admiring the heck out of what they're doing, throwing the ball around, all I keep thinking is this is where the quarterback has to go down. You've got to ruffle his timing, change things up, get some more pressure on him, because right now he's way too comfortable in throwing the ball downfield.
Check for 14.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0.
I'm down.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. That would dump off here complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for offense.
I'm
Pass
down.
found its way to the hands of Eric Ebron. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 40.
Here we go. Block 80!
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends are...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
And to give this time to the tailback. And not a whole lot to speak of there, so bring him down shy of the 20. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Yeah, that man want to play.
95.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Man, this running back, Dobby,
existed in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Say, you want to play it though? They tried to ask you right now.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Roethlisberger. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Yeah, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 18.
Man, this man garbage, bro.
Just shy of the 45.
So
I don't win it, but I could have took a pit to the crib. O-lineman ran the nigga down, bro.
What's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole
O-lineman,
lot of
bro.
credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Slap. Got it.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Complete to Dorsett. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
I'm gonna go with that. Yeah.
You did it, Marky.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. Yeah, the Seahawks, they're able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season. But
I better jump in the truck or something.
He thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals.
13 zip over here, Sid.
Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
I'm gonna send a blitz at this nigga.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is
Be a bitch.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Shaquem Griffin. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now Roethlisberger. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
I don't think he's seen it. He's going to the prison, though.
A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And some room to roam now. There he goes right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down. You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready? Lock 80! I got one.
There you go. Yeah.
3rd and 2. Now Roethlisberger. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
We're going to spin before we get to it.
What? Who it is? I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
All right, I'm in the car.
On first down, Wilson. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Get out. Hey, jump in the helicopter. I'm about to die too. I died too, bro.
Wilson now. Only one pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10.
198. Watch 98.
From the gun, Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A nice move he had, but can't break away.
Yeah,
and he's brought down just inside the 30.
Here.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Wilson. That's caught, and again it's Goodwin. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 7 yards there and a first down.
198. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. 198. Watch 98. 98 to Mike.
Yeah, we just died fucking with them.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Oh, he shifts past him. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks, they're able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
Hey, I'm about 27 zip.
Myers connects on the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half.
17 seconds to halftime.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
I had broadcast this shit.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
You got to hurry before the gas goes, though.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt.
Ah, this nigga made a 58-yard field goal.
Perfect. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout.
But the nigga probably ain't even got no good
watching the
kicker.
NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
All right,
Both teams appear
27-3.
ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
After the sack, they'll come up now, 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 49.
Look, get your green ass up,
at
man.
midfield at the 50-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
I'll go special. I'll go special. Check 24. 12. 12. Spread left.
Here's Wilson. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And out will come the offense as they take over.
I'm tired of doing it. There's 2 in here. 2. I'm tired of doing it.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Here's Roethlisberger.
Man, you got to pick that, bro.
Going to be incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball
we're
like we
shooting at
saw
them niggas
there.
with a
I
whole
don't
new
know. The
team
rhythm
back hand.
seems off. Roethlisberger will stay out there, and they're going to go for it on 4th.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. 544. Come on,
Here we go on 4th down with Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
We got missing on y'all line.
Invite that nigga.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Bad emergency, bro.
I got you.
This time Wilson will throw. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one. And that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain.
There. Look left. 98's the mic.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Dorsett making the catch. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
Hey, 0.
Them niggas came through that back door of that building. Cause I was going to go pick Cuz up. Shit, I ran into like 3 niggas.
From the shotgun, Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point up and through by Myers, and that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. Three quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to sling this deep down. And now here is another interception. Trey Flowers picks it. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Johnson was the intended receiver. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Bang out, bam, bam.
Now Wilson on first down. It's caught. Lockett. Tyler Lockett, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys continue to pour it on. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Yeah, I'm whooping this nigga 41-3, man.
The end zone for a touchback.
Yeah, he did.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive.
Oh, they killed Griffin with the bullshit.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Roethlisberger going top. And my goodness, another interception. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Do it again.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Throwing is Wilson. This complete to Lockett. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. He needed 9, he got 8. And that's going to leave him with a 4th and 1 on their side of the field.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Myers' kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it? And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good
Say it back, y'all, boy.
For him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Looking deep here for Ebron. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no
Hey, I got 7 picks, bro.
Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's
Playing
really
the
been
user.
through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well
8 picks.
coordinated.
8.
And now here is another interception. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick.
Oh, listen to the crib. Listen to the crib. Oh, they just booked me, bro.
Return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
Why did nigga let Ben Roethlisberger run me down?
And I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, They're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked
Ben
in
Roethlisberger
in a
walked me
really
down,
bad
bro.
way.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Who had caught the pick?
Check 52.
This nigga named Quentin Dunbar.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. He tried to break that plane but couldn't get there, and that's going to leave him now at 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will extend.
Nah, you can't quit in the lead, boss.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Who say he kick you out the lead if you quit?
And they will not get a chance to return this one. As
the nigga who run it.
Hey,
the nigga like a real commissioner, bro.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This two shall pass, this two shall pass, and finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 20-yard line. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on 1st down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. To try again after the sack. Roethlisberger now in desperation. And this is going to be intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Nice little juke. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Bro, I cannot run on this man, though, bro.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Check 31, check 31.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And it's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets them a little bit closer. And now Big Ben will lead the Steelers up to go for 2. Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. Buying time to his left. And he will get into the end zone as the deficit moves from really bad to slightly less than really bad. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
I got him.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you.
And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time.
And my goodness, another interception. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick, and he is all the way up past the 25. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12
I
times
cannot
before
run
that,
the ball,
there
bro.
have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
You better be ready. Delta. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. No chance. Gun. Gun. Let's go.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up?
That's caught inside the 20. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
We'll try to come on now. Finish
Cut. 380. Hey, pick your game up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to the ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lead, yeah, a little extra on top.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game.
Oh, lady.
So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though.
Yeah.
They added to their final
Say
total.
it'll be back Sunday for you.
All the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams that's what I want all the time.
But you
And
can't
they
get
feel
some
like if
clothes.
they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
No, boy.
So for the Seahawks,
Wow.
it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they'll fall to 1-1, and they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Yeah. Legit. I bet you ain't never get that many picks, boss. You. That's it?
I better be careful, boy. It's real.
Huh?
Like, we're supposed to stay low key. Y'all boys.
2 safety. Couldn't run. Yeah, I would have read the clock out.
Got one.
Catch you with a play action or something, baby.
That's 4, 6, 8. Nah, I've been had it. That's not cheap, bro. It just look good. Your husband.
Adrian, we gotta take that watermelon because it gotta go bad. Where you at? Where he at?
You can't see?
8, 9. Bro, I had 10 picks, bro.
You watching the game, Sid?
How real nigga get down.